Like there's just this weird pressure on us to like have a baby next week, be, rock in our bikini. Like that's not realistic. I know that there's some people in the world who have that experience. I have a friend like that, and that's really awesome. That's just the way their body is. But that's not how it works, I think, for the majority, at least not in my experience and the friends I've talked to. Hi friends, welcome back to the Classy Mommy. I'm Brittany and I'm glad you're here. In today's video, I want to talk to you about my top ways that I transition back into my regular wardrobe after having a baby. Okay friends, if you are new here, I've had two babies. I have a 3.5-year-old and a little tiny precious girl who's turning 1 in a week from now. I can't believe the time's gone by so fast. I have worked through both pregnancies, and I've gone back after maternity leave. So I've definitely had to transition from gaining a ton of weight all the way up and all the way back down while still trying to look polished and professional, and honestly just feel good about myself, whatever shape and size I am, all the way up and all the way down. So belly bands. I've talked to so many pregnant mamas who don't know what these are. I don't know how they don't know what these are. And I've recommended these to all of my friends who have had babies, but specifically I like these more for afterwards than I even like them for while I'm pregnant. While I'm pregnant, my tummy is so just sensitive. I don't want anything like really putting a lot of pressure on it. So for me, I don't really like these while I'm pregnant. And for me, these only would work for those early stages. And I've just been so sick. I didn't want anything squeezing or putting extra pressure. I just kind of went straight for the maternity leggings. They're much more comfortable for me. But for afterwards, these are a lifesaver. I think the newer ones, this one's kind of older and it's kind of dingy now, but some of them, I have like a black one, has like some silicone in there. So what you do is you put it on your pants and then you roll, let's see, I think it goes this way. And then you kind of can leave it all the way up so you can unbutton your pants and you put this sleeve over. And then what I like to do postpartum is then roll it over like this. So my top button is unbuttoned, but my pants are securely on. And especially with the newer versions, and I have a newer one that in black, it has the silicone, so it just kind of like grips your pants. They're not going anywhere. They're awesome. And this just kind of saves you some time from having to buy a ton of different jean sizes as you're coming back down, because you do eventually come back down and your body does stabilize, whether you go all the way back down or you find a new happy, healthy, normal like I did. These are awesome. I don't use these anymore, but I'll show you what I do still use. Okay, if you watched my mommy summer, one of my lookbooks, I'm wearing these shorts. And I got these shorts. They're maternity. I think this is called like a demi panel. These are from Old Navy. I got these because I had my baby girl last summer. So I got these actually for after my pregnancy. I don't like wearing shorts during pregnancy. I gain a ton of weight in my lower half and I just don't feel very good about having that much skin showing. So I usually do leggings or a long pant while I'm pregnant, or dresses, predominantly dresses. So I bought this for afterwards, knowing that it was gonna be so hot out. I would want to be able to go to the park and play, but I wasn't gonna be ready to fit back into my shorts. And I just now am fitting into my shorts a year later. However, some shorts I didn't end up fitting back into. That's another story. Got rid of those. And I'm wearing things that fit and are comfortable and that make me feel good. And these still work. I thought about going out and buying just a pair of blue jeans that aren't maternity, or blue jean shorts, but to me it doesn't make any sense. I want to have more children and these fit super well. It's just nice and thick. In the back, it's just a regular denim, but I've seen maternity shorts or pants that go all the way around. Now I am wearing shorts now because it's summer, but what I did during the school year is I still used a lot of my maternity pants and jeans that had that demi panel, and they were awesome. It does feel sometimes like friends of mine I've talked to and other women I've talked to have had babies, like there's just this weird pressure on us to like have a baby next week, be, rock in our bikini. Like that's not realistic. I know that there's some people in the world who have that experience. I have a friend like that, and that's really awesome. That's just the way their body is. But that's not how it works, I think, for the majority, at least not in my experience and the friends I've talked to. So these are how I've transitioned. Now these are some pant pants. If you guys have watched any of my like my work teacher outfits of the week. You've seen these a million times. They're the ones with the zippers and the back pockets. The brand is Maddie M. These were from Costco. I got them like 5, 6, I think years ago, maybe even longer. So I had these before babies even. They're awesome. They're just a pant pant. They're stretchy. They're pull on, and they work while you're kind of in that weird in between time. I know that Old Navy has a lot of really awesome pant pant options as well. I think they're called the Stevie. I already had a bunch, so I didn't need to go out and buy any, but those have been an awesome lifesaver. I've also seen that Loft has some pull on pant, boot cut, and skinny, kind of like a leggy, like a really, really thick legging material. And I think those are all really, really awesome options, because who says we have to fit back into trousers when everything's soft? And some people do, and if you do, awesome, you do that. But for me, all of my like trousery work pants just didn't work. And you know what? A year later, I have lost the weight and I'm the size that I was before, but weight just moves. I don't know how to explain that any clearer, I guess. That's probably not making any sense. But then I've talked with other mommies too. Even if you lose the weight, your shape can just change, and where it gets distributed in your body can just move. So even if you're down to the same, general size and weight, sometimes things just don't fit the same because your body just grew a baby, no shame in that. All right, next let's move on to tops. I found that wearing really blousy type styles for work and at home just really, really suited the postpartum soft. I'll just leave it there. The soft middle. I think if you've had a baby, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And even people who like drop the weight really, really fast, that's not what happened to me, but some people do. I think, it can just be soft. And it seems like in my experience, having 2 babies now, it does eventually, firm back up and the skin gets tight again. And, I've been exercising and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and I can see a ton of improvement. But during that process, you don't want things clinging. It's just soft and it's perfect and it's wonderful, and it's because you just had a baby, and that's amazing. So I think these kind of like blousy styles is really awesome to just take away the focus of that area of your body as you're just loving on your baby and becoming a new mom. I also really like prints because my kids, I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but both my kids had reflux. So I'm talking as soon as something would go in their tummy, out it goes. I don't even know how they gained weight, but they were right on track with all of their growth always. But I don't even know how, because they just threw up so much. So laundry every day was a thing for us, and mommy changing multiple times a day because I was covered in throw up was a normal thing. And talk about trying to be professional, right? And going to work. I would always have a change or two in my purse, in my car, and just these prints really saved my bacon a few times. So I like a print. For me, V-neck is really flattering, not too low. But during that time, if you're a nursing mama, this area can just become really, really full. And I feel like the V-neck or like a scoop just kind of shows off just a beautiful part of your body. Just, just your collarbones, just this nice, beautiful area. I'm not talking about, showing cleavage or anything like that. I'm just saying like, this is a nice, beautiful area that, you might feel really confident about still, because maybe you didn't gain a ton of weight here. Maybe it's just down here in your belly. So it kind of disguises and kind of takes the focus back up to your face. I also think like jewelry is fun to just kind of like bring the focus away from the soft belly up to the face. So love some like just flowy blouses. Okay, here's another example. It is warm outside. I got this blouse right before my little girl was born. I loved that it was flowy. I loved that it was, still had shape, still had the V-neck, but it wasn't too low. I love that it covered, like bra straps so that I could wear my nursing bra with it. I always had to, well, if you guys want to talk about nursing, I can do a nursing video down below, but since my kids both had reflux, I had to be pretty creative. So all the buttons and the snaps and stuff that some mommies can do, it didn't work for me. Anyways, but I still loved the V-neck. It wasn't too low, but I could still wear my nursing camisoles and bras underneath because it had a nice thick strap. And it went just a little bit longer in the back. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of a high-low, just barely. But it just kind of would go down along the bottom. So I could still wear my maternity leggings even and wear this over it. And it just made me feel really, really comfortable. And then when I transitioned back to work, I could wear this with the pant pants or I could wear this or the other blouse, you know, with this over, this is the belly band. I could put this over my jeans and wear my regular jeans, and this, and then of course it all, you know, this was covered up so you couldn't see it. It just looked like regular jeans or regular pants when I'd wear it. So flowy blouses with a print, so good. Okay, now with all the flowies on the top, you know, I think it can feel really easy, at least this was my experience, to still feel like you're pregnant. And really, I think a lot of mommies, you know, that I've talked to have said, you know, they were imagining that after they had a baby, they'd be leaving the hospital, you know, feeling so trim and so good, like back to their pre-pregnancy body, wearing their jeans out. And I do have a friend that wore her like non-maternity jeans home from the hospital. And you know, some people's bodies just are like that. It's, I don't think, the norm. So I think it's really easy to go really flowy and really billowy on the big, and that can, you know, make us look larger than we are sometimes. I think tailoring is really important. So actually, I'll show you this pink one. I don't think you can see it, but there's just some little princess seaming in the back to just give a little bit of shape. And it's subtle, and you probably wouldn't even notice if it was hanging on the rack, but it's just enough to kind of give just a tiny little bit of shape, just to bring in the waist just a tiny little bit, to give a little bit of this kind of shape. I think something that also helps take away from the like moo effect that flowy layers can have is just a tailored jacket. This is just a jean jacket, got it from Target, really inexpensive. I think stretchy is important because we're juggling babies and car seats and bottles and all of that. So stretchy and functional, but it still is tailored. So I think it can elongate, you know, looking skinny and long and lean, give you that little tailored piece so that our flowy layers don't overwhelm us and swallow us up. So I like this one for casual, but for teachers, jean jackets is pretty much the uniform. I also really love this jacket. It's a dark brown. I don't know if you can see all the details on camera. If you've seen my fall and winter teacher outfits lookbooks, you've definitely seen this one. This one was from White House Black Market. It's unlined, it's stretchy, it's a washable waxed denim. So it kind of has like a wet leathery kind of look, but it's washable and stretchy. And I love that. So it's extremely functional as I'm carrying car seats and toddlers and all of their stuff that they need. I love it. And it kind of nipped in at the waist. I don't know if you guys can see all the details, but it just kind of like, even the angling of the zippers and of the line right here just kind of brings everything in to really nip in the waist. And I would usually wear kind of like a flowy shell or blouse underneath it. So everything was just skimmed over. My tummy was never focused on, even though it was soft. It just looked really tailored and polished. So when you go really, really flowy, I'd consider a more tailored kind of outer piece. Or I've seen like some really cute denim vests that can just kind of help tone down the flowy effect. Okay, the next thing that kind of helped me get through that postpartum stretch is dresses. I lived in dresses while I was pregnant. I love dresses. You guys have seen my videos. You know I love dresses. I feel so comfortable in them. And I think that's because I've had, you know, 2 babies now in 3.5 years. So my weight has just been all over the place, whether I'm going up or I'm going down. I gain a ton of weight in my middle and lower half of my body. So dresses just helps me. It just skims over those parts, whatever stage of the process I am, gaining weight or losing weight. And I especially love wrap dresses. I got this one on Poshmark. It's from Banana Republic, but I know Banana Republic and many others, you are constantly having wrap dresses. Now, true wrap dress is what I'm talking about, not a faux wrap dress, because that locks you into one size. But this one is a medium, and it is a true wrap. So when I was pregnant, I wore this one with like a nursing camisole underneath, and I'd wear it with some leggings underneath as well. And well, sometimes I wouldn't even wear the leggings. If it was cold out, I'd wear leggings, but you could wear like a slip just to make sure. And then it doesn't have to be wrapped quite as tightly. And this is all stretchy jersey, and it would just wrap over my tummy. Then when after I had the baby, I could go tighter and tighter and tighter. Almost to the point where I didn't even need the camisole because it was all the way back to where it was supposed to. And then, you know, when you're pregnant, it can be just a little bit wider, but you have your camisole underneath. So it's just so stretchy. I guess all I'm saying is that it's just such a flexible piece as far as sizing goes. And I feel like really flattering. It's A-line, which is my favorite style to wear while pregnant and after, because it nips in, you know, at our smallest parts, maybe right under our bust, and then it kind of skims out over the hips and buns and thighs and all the areas where I gained my maternity weight for sure. So love that. I think it's so flattering. I've gotten so many compliments when I wear wrap dresses, specifically wrap dresses. Okay, last but not least, A-line dresses. So the wrap dress, that one is an A-line dress because of the skirt. But here's just another example. So it comes in, this one's from LL Bean. It comes in here, and yes, it is, I mean, yeah, it is kind of an empire waist, and it has the surplice over the top, so it's really awesome for like nursing afterwards. But it nips in right here, which is a really flattering part of our body as we're coming down from losing the baby weight and after we've had a baby, and then it flares out at the bottom. And it just kind of skims over because there's a little bit of gathering right here and in the back too. So I've seen a ton of these different styles all over the place, all different price points. You don't have to go maternity specific or postpartum specific, any kind of clothing. But I think an A-line dress is, you know, almost universally going to be flattering. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents. That's kind of how I transitioned my wardrobe from maternity, and I kept using a lot of my maternity pieces into my postpartum, and then I kept using a lot of those pieces into transitioning back to like professional and work. And as you can tell, I've intermingled a lot of maternity and regular things. I used to really separate them, and after my first pregnancy, I took all my maternity things. I was just so tired of looking at them. I was so done. I was so ready to be done with that season of life and to just enjoy my baby and trying to get my body back that I put them all in a storage unit. I didn't want to see them till the next time I was pregnant. And I was stuck trying to like buy new sizes of things, and you know, had nothing to wear because then I only had just my pre-maternity clothes, my pre-baby clothes. So I ended up buying way too much. And now after baby number 2, I just realized like so much of my maternity can be adjusted. Or like with the wrap dress, for example, if I wear this while I'm pregnant, then I can wear it, you know, I can wear it after I'm pregnant too. So I started investing in pieces like that. That's really going to be those transitionary things. Now I'm not expecting baby number 3, but in the future when I do, we're hoping for more babies. I can use some of these pieces like the flowy blouses and the tailored jackets, like the belly band, like you know, some of my maternity pants with those that band, or even the pomp pants as my body is starting to go up, and then I can definitely use them again at the end. So after 2 babies, this is definitely what's helped me. I hope something in here is helpful to you guys. If you have any tips of how you transitioned your wardrobe and what you wore to kind of get your confidence back after you had a baby, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or transitioning to work, and if you have any tips of like what helped you feel like a beautiful woman again, you know, just let us know down below. I'd love to take some tips from you guys as well. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.